Hey, this is Patrick from WorkHands, and I'm going to be taking you through how to use the supervisor tools on WorkHands. Now we're going to start right here just from your dashboard. There's a number of things you can do on WorkHands that have nothing related to do with apprenticeship. You can go and find certain networks, whether by trade or by organization. You flip through, you can build out a profile, typically most useful for apprentices who are building out a resume. But for this video, we're really going to focus on what you need to do as a supervisor on WorkHands. So if you're set up as a supervisor already, you should see this main dashboard here. From here, what you're going to do is look for the tracking button that you'll see. And you'll also see this in your sidebar. So what we're going to do is going to click on that. And it's going to take you to your apprenticeship overview. This is all private information to you and the apprentices you work with. It'll allow you to see who it is that's been assigned to you. And actually manage the OJT hours being submitted to you for approval. So first thing you see is that you have both a list of apprentices assigned to you, as well as the ability to shift over and see all of the time cards that they've been assigned or filled out. What you can do here, especially if you have many apprentices, you can go and a number of ways you can search through this list. Say we're looking for Tim, long list, you start typing Tim, you should actually show up. If you have some past apprentices, they might be filtered by default. We only filter active apprentices, so if anybody's actually apprenticed out or anybody's actually canceled the program, that'd be one way to actually go back and find them. So you can switch between statuses. For now, we're going to pay attention to what you're going to do with your apprentices as an active supervisor for active apprentices. So let's just take a look. We'll hop in and take a look and see what Tim Durham is doing. And this is something that you can do anytime you really want to check in and see how your apprentices are doing, where they could be spending more time on their apprenticeship. So if you hop right in here, you get an immediate overview of how they're doing across their requirements. You can see that Tim's actually 75% done with his apprenticeship. You can actually see where he's been spending more of his time and less of his time, so that next time a project comes through, you can take a look at this and help balance Tim's experience, so that maybe he gets a little bit more wheels, tires, and steering gears experience. Maybe less cooling, lubrication, and fuel systems. So he's been doing plenty of that. So there's a number of ways in which this can just be a tool for you to work with Tim throughout the year to really help with making sure he addresses his specific apprenticeship requirements. Say you guys have an annual or a biannual review, you can actually just pull up this page as a talking point. Or you can go ahead and print this. We take all this information, we stick it into a format that's a little bit easier to read when you actually print it out, so you have a nice high-level view of how people are doing. Now going back, what we're really focused on, as a supervisor, most of the time are the hours that have been submitted to us. So, each month, and you can see the schedule right here, your apprentices are going to submit their time cards. You'll get a notification that tells you the number of time cards you have to review, and then you go ahead and approve them. Apprentices are notified on the 2nd and reminded on the 7th. If you have any time cards to review, you get a reminder on the 10th. And then once they start to get in the 11th and onward, they start to be marked overdue with the appropriate notifications for each role involved. So let's take and see what we have here. So it looks like we've already gone through and approved a few of our apprentices, but a few people, maybe they submitted a little bit late, actually have their time cards here. So if I want to come directly in, I can just pull up each one of these and actually deal with approving them. Now let's imagine that I actually started from the home page again, got a notification. It was either by email or a text message. It says, hey, you have 4 time cards to approve. There's another way to get there, which is you'll see that you have this notification here. So we can actually just click on over. You'll see you have 4 time cards to approve. And so let's go ahead and do that. It's going to take us over to that same list of just time cards to take care of. So we're going to go and pull up the first one. And we'll see here all of the hours that were submitted by Lance here. We can see he did 30 hours of brakes, clutches, transmissions, electrical systems. And really, all I'm going to do is either reject or approve. In this case, let's assume everything looks right. We're just going to go ahead and approve these. And that's it. That's all you have to do for Lance's time card that came through. We've actually hopped back over here. We can actually remove this filter and take a look. We can see, all right, that's great. Well, we have most of these approved now. It looks like we have Kevin and Imad to still take care of. So let's go through. We'll take a look at Ahmad, see how his is looking. Again, everything looks up to par. So we'll just go ahead and approve. That's great. You can see that his progress updates. Now, what happens if you come in here and you're like, actually, these numbers don't look right? I know for a fact that Kevin, you're actually out for a week, so there's no way these hours could make sense. What we're going to do is go ahead and reject. When you reject, we always require that you give feedback so that your apprentice knows exactly why they have to go back and resubmit. In this case, let's say, hey, Kevin, you were out for the first week of the month. Can you make sure to review these hours as they appear to be off? And I'll go ahead and submit that, and it's been rejected. Your apprentice gets a notification that's been rejected, and you'll actually see that it's marked as rejected now. So it'll sit this way until they go back and resubmit, and this will be then re-notified you to go and take an approval list. We saw there were 4. The other thing we can do is go and search through time cards by a whole bunch of different things. So maybe we just want to see, Kevin's time cards. We can go and do that. Let's go and search for Kevin. So we can see all of Kevin's time cards. Looks like he has one that's been submitted that I missed. I have to go through and approve. And go and just filter basically by the different options that we have here. So finally, let's go and just take care of this last one from Kevin. We're going to approve him. So we just have that one overdue time card to worry about now. That one rejected time card to worry about, rather. So as soon as Kevin takes care of that, we'll be able to hop back in and take care of it for him as well. So this is really it. This is your day-to-day, vast majority of what you'll be doing on WorkHands. There's a few other things you can take advantage of as you're in here. Maybe you had something you want to explain. That person's not in the shop. An easy way to just shoot them a message. Use one of these message tools. You can have a conversation directly here on WorkHands. And then finally, you get in here, you start using this, and you just forget how to do something. You don't really know that you should go back and take a look at this video. We are always here to chat with you on support, so you can actually just pull up this list of options on support and just start a direct live chat with our support team. Typically, they're at their desks from between 9 to 5. If they're ever not at their desk, they're gone for the day, we'll get this notification. We'll get back to you in an email, usually within an hour or two. So that's really it. If you have any questions about using WorkHands we didn't cover, feel free to reach out to us at support@workhands.us, or just fire us up on live chat and we can talk to you right then and there and see if we can help you out with whatever you're dealing with. Thanks again, and let us know how we can help.